Hi, everybody. Welcome to Vanessa's Healing Journey. How are you guys today? I am here to have our nightly conversation. I just got out the shower. Oof. I just got out the shower and my skin is dry. I don't know if I'm gonna put lotion all over my body, but definitely gonna get my arms and my face. Probably gonna get my legs too. Y'all, I got scratches all over. I don't know what I cut myself on the other day. But I got some cuts and scrapes. I got some on my arm. So how y'all doing today? So y'all, Miss Charlene loves paternity court. That's all she watch all day long. Paternity court. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't really like paternity court because I don't understand why it's so many people out there, particularly women, having sex with all these men, have multiple children, multiple baby daddies already, and then they still laying down, having more kids, having unprotected sex, and they don't know who the daddy is. Like, I'm not understanding what kind of woman you are if you having sex with all these men and you do not know who your baby daddy is. So that's what Miss Charlene watch all day long. She be watching. She watch other stuff too, but like her favorite thing to watch is paternity court. And girl, sometimes when I be going in her room to take her a plate or tell her something, and she be having that stuff on, and then I catch it in the middle, and I walk in there, and I be like, okay, let me see. Even though I don't really like it, I don't like it because I feel like you ought to know who your baby daddy is. Like, you shouldn't be sleeping around. See, I got a cut right there. You shouldn't be sleeping around with all of these men that you don't know who your baby daddy is. And then you be coming to court and talking about, he the daddy. I slept with him during this time. I know he the daddy. He the only one. Girl, some of the people be some of the people be on there talking about, he the only one I slept with. Oh, he the only one I slept with. And then the test come back. He is not the father. He is not the father. So, y'all, it was this one story that blew my mind. Like, I was like, wow. So, I always say, this is my motto. If I was a man, I don't care if I was married. I don't care if I was married. I would have a DNA test on every last one of my children. I don't care if my wife don't never go home. I don't care if she the Virgin Mary. I am getting a DNA test. I think every man should have a DNA test on his kids when they first born. So that way there would be no question ever down the line, years from now. If a woman claims she pregnant for you, be like, okay, cool. Soon as the baby born, we go and get a DNA test. No problem. No problem. Even if you want to be a deadbeat dad, at least you need to know that is your child. So I'm gonna start telling y'all about some of these paternity cases that Miss Charlene be watching. Y'all thumbs up the live stream, please. Come on in and thumbs up the video. I'm gonna post this on my community post. And let a few people come in here. So happy Friday. I hope y'all had a good day today. I am live now. Click the link below. I am live now. Click the link below to come join the live stream. Let me share this. I am live now. Click the link below to come join the live stream. Okay, y'all, come on in and thumbs up the live stream. I hope y'all can hear me. So anyway, it was this is like a story time of a paternity court. And yeah, so the story starts off that this was a biracial couple. The guy was African American and the lady was Caucasian. And they had 2 kids. They had a girl and a boy. The girl was older than the boy. And I think the girl was like about 4 years older than the boy or something like that. And so the man and the lady was married. They was married. They was together. They was living in the same house. They wasn't separated. They was married. They had a family. They had a family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. They was a family, y'all. I'm talking about just a happy little family, 2 kid family. Most people want 2 kids. They had 2 kids. They had a son and a daughter. So they had a son. She didn't need to have no more kids because they had a son and a daughter. They just was a happy little family. So as the child gets a little older, I think they was about 4 years apart. I think the girl was like 8 and the boy was like 4. So as the boy gets older, the man just kept having this feeling that the child wasn't his. Even though it was a biracial couple, he was an African American man and he was a darker complected man. So the daughter came out looking more like his color. But the son came out like lighter, and he just assumed because his wife was Caucasian that, the child, it was okay for the child to be brighter. So as the child gets older, though, he keeps questioning whether or not the boy is his. He's like, the boy is not looking like him. And the color of the boy, like he said, that the boy looked like an albino. The boy didn't look Caucasian. He looked like an albino. So, and he was like, he's a dark complected man. So the child shouldn't have no reason in his mind to look like an albino. So as the child gets older, the son, he keeps wondering if the baby is his. So one day he confront her and he tell her he want a DNA test. And she's like, you don't need no DNA test. We married. We've been married for all of these years. I have never slept with you. I ain't never stepped out on you. I love you. We don't have no problems in our marriage and all of this jazz. Usually, that be the ones that been cheated, that been stepped out. The ones that be saying, I ain't never slept with nobody else. And I'm talking about give the man a DNA test. You ain't got to tell him you ain't never slept with nobody else. If you ain't never slept with nobody else, it's going to come back and say, you are the father. I think every man in America, whether you married, whether you single, whatever, if you had a one night stand and somebody come and tell you you the baby daddy, I don't care if the baby look like your twin, you need to have a DNA test. That's where I stand on that. So anyway, this man asking the lady for a DNA test, and she started telling him that they don't need no DNA tests because they married. So, girl, the man keep persisting that he want a DNA test. He goes out because they married. That's his children. They live in the same house. He own a kid's birth certificate and everything. So the wife don't want to go and take the son to go get a DNA test. So the man go do it on his own. He act like he taking the boy to the park or an outing or something one day. And he takes the boy to go get the DNA test on his own. I know that's right, boy. More power to you. So he gets the results back. The results come back. He is not the father. Now, he been married to this lady. They've been living in the same house all of these years. He done raised this child as his son. Now, he think that the daughter is his, but he only questioned the son. And now the DNA test come back that the son is not his child. What in the Donkey Kong is going? on is going on. So the DNA test come back that the son is not his child. So he keep the news to himself. He don't tell the wife. So now he's questioning, well, is the daughter mine? The daughter more my color, and I think she mine, but is she really mine? Because this woman had told me that the son is mine and she never slept with nobody else. So the man go and pay for a DNA test on the daughter, y'all. Girl. Now I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for the man. I'm rooting for him to get one of the kids to be his. Like, he in this marriage, he in this relationship. He been in this relationship for years. They done been through some struggles, some ups and downs. And I'm rooting for the man for at least one of the kids to be his. The man get the DNA test back. And the DNA test say the daughter, he is not the father. So this man been married to this lady all these years. Mind you, the daughter is 8 years old, so they've been married for a while. And the DNA test come back, he is not the father of the daughter. How you married to somebody and got 2 kids, count them, 2 kids, and ain't neither one of them yours? You done raised these children, you done gave these children your last name. What is you gonna do? So then he confront the wife. And the wife say she never cheated on him. She don't believe the DNA test. So she want to go to paternity court to save her good name. She want to go to paternity court to save her good name because she don't believe the results that he got on his own. So she go to paternity court on national TV. They're a biracial couple. He's African American, she's Caucasian. They have 2 children together, 1 girl and 1 boy. They go to paternity court. Why would you come on national TV to embarrass yourself? I'm just not understanding. Why? It's like I got sawdust in my eyes, y'all. We've been cutting wood. Why would you come on national TV to embarrass yourself? You done been married to this man all these years. You done said you ain't never cheated on nobody. The man done went behind your back to get 2 DNA tests. And both of the DNA tests come back that he is not the father. Now, why, if you wanted proof and you wanted to redo the DNA test and you wanted to be present, why wouldn't you go do that on your own? Why would you go on national TV to get a DNA test and you know you had to have slept with somebody else? Girl, this lady go on national TV. They do 2 DNA tests on the daddy and the children, and the tests come back that he is not the father. Girl, just because you live in the same house with somebody, just because you married to somebody, just because you've been with somebody for 10 years, just because they never go nowhere, don't mean that you should take for granted Somebody telling you, oh, this your baby. This your baby. No, baby, 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 baby. You need to get a DNA test. If you are a man and you got a child that is being brought into this world, I don't care if you married. I don't care if y'all living together. I don't care if the baby look just like you. Get a DNA test. Save and get a DNA test when the baby is first born. Don't wait 4, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Get that DNA test when that child is born. So you would know if the child that you're raising is your child. So you would know that the child that you're nourishing and you're loving is your child. Not saying, now if you love a woman and the children are not even yours, you don't have to be married to a woman and you don't have to bring a biological child into the world in order for you to love and nourish that child. So just because you may even find out the child is not yours, don't mean that you should split up with the person. But you can meet a woman that's with children and y'all get married and you raise those children as your own. It's different when you're married and y'all have children together and you find out none of the kids are yours, and then they was like, ask the man, well, what do they think what he think he's gonna do? And he said he want a divorce. He want a divorce. He said, because I done raised these kids and I done been lied to for all of these years. Then she breaking down in the courtroom crying. And then that's a tricky situation with a biracial relationship, because they are biracial, the couple is biracial, you're going to assume that the children can come out different colors. One may favor the mother, one may favor the dad, one may favor an ancestor. Hello. Is that Stacy? Hello, Stacy. How are you doing? So with a biracial couple, even without people being biracial, like the genes can go back generations. And so with a biracial couple, you're going to automatically assume if all the children don't come out the same color, you're going to think one favorite the mama or one favorite the daddy. But baby, you better not take for granted that them kids is yours, and you better go get you a DNA test. That's all I'm gonna say, because this one, like this, Miss Charlene be watching them DNA back to back to back to back to back all day long. All day long she fall asleep. She fall asleep to DNA because she got to sleep with the TV on, and them DNA things be rolling all night long. I don't see how she do it, because it's too many women out there that are not being faithful, that you a hoe, you know you a hoe. You a hoe and you know you a hoe. And you bringing children into the world not to know who they daddy are. You're tricking men and making them think that is their children. Now, I done heard a trick or treat, but this takes the cake. This take the cake. You married to somebody? Girl, oh Lord. Lord, 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 Lord. I'm doing fine. Do you watch the paternity show on television? This one is one that goes down in history. Like, I done seen some crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, it's this other one. I'm gonna do another video and talk about it. But this other one, this mama was sleeping with her daughter's boyfriend. And that's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to tell y'all the rest. I ain't going to tell y'all the rest. I'm going to have to do a whole nother live stream on that one. No, I will have to check it out. I can't watch them. I can't watch the paternity courts because I don't like them. But, you know, every now and then, Miss Charlene have it on, and I be curious to find out who is the daddy or was he the daddy. But I don't like those shows because I don't think no grown person who call himself a woman, who call himself a lady, should have to go to court to find out who her daddy is, who the baby daddy is. If you got to go to court to find out who the baby daddy of your child is, that means you doing too much. That means you doing too much. So, yeah, y'all, that's all I was coming on here to talk about. Like, I think every man should get a paternity test. And I don't care if he married. And if your wife don't want to give you a paternity test, go get it on your own. You the father. Like, you don't need your wife permission to go get no DNA test. You just go get the DNA test on your own. Miss Stacy say, I agree. I think every man in America should have a DNA test because just because you married don't mean she ain't creeping, don't mean she ain't cheating, don't mean she ain't met up with her ex, don't mean she didn't have like on the wedding night or the bachelor party, she might have did something the night before. And as soon as y'all get married, she pregnant. You don't know what girl, get a DNA test. I don't trust nobody. And I'm going to tell you this. Women, anything a man could do, we could do better. If a woman want to cheat, she could cheat and the man will never catch her. She could creep and the man will never catch her. So if a woman wants to cheat, she could cheat and she could do it better than the man could do it. Because she ain't going to be making them stupid mistakes. She ain't going to She ain't going to be making no stupid mistakes. So that's why I feel like every man in America need to get a DNA test. Because nope. Exactly. A woman could cheat better than a man. That's all I'm saying. When a woman want to cheat, she could cheat better than a man. So go get your DNA test at the beginning when the baby is born, because you don't want to be raising a child. You don't want to be invested. He was in this child's life for 8 years. He was in the son's life for 4 years. You believing that this is your children because you are married, because you are living in a house, because you have a wife, and you find out that neither one of the children is yours. I know that had to be devastating. Like, that had to be devastating. I was hoping, like, when he found out the son wasn't for his child, I was praying and hoping, let the girl be his child. Let the girl be his child. Don't let neither one of them not be his children. Girl. And neither one of them was his children. That is so sad. That is so sad. You can't trust your wife. You can't trust the person you married to. Child. And then the thing about it is, you lied for 8 years. Like, you still sitting up here saying you refuse to go get a DNA test and then the man go get the DNA test on his own. And even after he get the DNA test, and if he find out on his own that the children are not his, you still lying, and you insist on going to the paternity court on national TV. Who do that? Now you know you've been sleeping with somebody else. Who goes on national TV to embarrass themselves, to prove that they are a 304? Ooh, Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. The world is coming to an end. Anyway, y'all, I just got through taking my bath. I know some women that put the kid on someone else. Girl, and sometimes they be wanting to put the kid on the man that's more responsible, on the man that's going to be a family man, on the man that's going to pay child support or something like that. And it was this one man, he was in the military, and he had 3 women say that he was the father of their child. And he did a paternity test on 2 of them, and it came back that he was not the daddy. And so on the last one that said she was pregnant for him, he just kept saying, that's not my baby, that's not my baby, that's not my baby, because he was burned 2 other times. But then it ended up turning out, when they did a DNA test on him, it turned out that he was the baby daddy. And he was just crying and bawling because he had 2 other women take him to court because he was in the military. And I guess they wanted some of that ching. But it came out that he was not the father. So when this last lady did the same thing to him, he was like, that's not my baby, that's not my baby. So he actually made the baby pay. I don't know how old the child was, but he actually made the baby pay and suffer for the lies of other women. That's why I say women that are not holy and women that are in the world are dangerous, because number one, you're scarring your children. Like, when your children got all of these baby daddies, that causes confusion. My mama had 6 children and 4 different baby daddies. And it's a possibility that it was 5 or 6 baby daddies, because I feel like we need a DNA test. I would love to have taken a DNA test with my dad, and I would have wanted it to come back to say that he was not the father. But it's sad when a woman have all of those kids for different baby daddies. It actually even causes confusion in the home. It causes rivalries. I know when I was growing up with my siblings in the home, even though all of us grew up in the same home, it was still, some people treated us differently because some of us was light complected, some of us was dark complected, some of us had the same daddies, some of us had different daddies. So yeah, some of us was treated differently. And even one particular of my siblings used to tease the other siblings because they were darker complected. So I just think that if you be celibate, and if your mother teaches you chastity from the beginning, then you can grow up with morals and principles to where you won't be having all these babies for these different men. Like, just keep your legs closed. Even if you want to be a 304, get on some birth controls where you won't be bringing these children into the world until you are ready to be a mother. Don't bring children into the world until you're ready to be a mother, and until you ready to be a mother and have all your children have the same daddy. Like, why you got to have babies for every man you sleep with? And that's what my mama was doing, girl, having. And then one day I said something about this friend that I had, and her mama had 10 children with 9 baby daddies. One of her uh 2 of her children, she had passed on to this one man and told him that these 2 boys was his. And for years and years and years and years and years, he thought the children was his. And when one of his children, when I think the oldest one got ready to go to the service, they made him take a DNA test. And while he was taking a DNA test for one boy, he took a DNA test for both of them and came to find out the other one wasn't his child. So she had 10 children with 9 baby daddies. That's a lot. 10 children with 9 baby daddies. Where they do that at? Where do they do that at? And I knew this guy that I knew, he had 8 children. But his oldest child, I don't know. I think he should have had a DNA test. Like, get a DNA test. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. Don't take nobody's word for it. I don't care if that baby look just like you. Get a DNA test. Peace of mind is better than guessing. Because you don't know where that lady been. You don't know who she creeping with, who she sleeping with, or none of that. So anyway, y'all, I'm about to get ready to go to bed. Thank y'all for coming in and chilling with me. We have 24 people in the chat and 7 thumbs up. So y'all let me know in the comments. I think this lady is crying. Biggest mistake of my life. Injections. Female rappers that have horrible BBLs. Ooh, Lord, I got to watch that. I think I'm gonna come back. Ooh. I think I'm gonna come back and do some more reactions to hello, who is this in the chat? I know that ain't who I think it is. Oh, that was Miss Stacy. I thought that was somebody else. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come back and do some more reactions in the future to some of those paternity courts, because it's crazy. That's sad to me that women live like that. Like, your body is a temple of God, and you shouldn't have to guess who your baby daddy is. You shouldn't have to have a paternity test to prove who the baby daddy is. But because that's the day and time and age that we live in, where women are very promiscuous, and of course the men are too. But the women are the one that have the baby and have to carry that baby for 9 months if you make it to full term. So that's your body, and your body is the temple of God. And for you to just let somebody use and abuse your body, That's actually very, very, very sad. So I just hope that all of y'all women out there, like if you watch paternity court, that's not nothing cute to have to go to paternity court to prove the paternity of your child. And then to get up there and be saying that he's the father, he never slept, I never slept with nobody. And then to get up there and for the test to come back and say, you are not the father. Like, we live and die by the choices that we make. So we need to start making some better choices, because like those choices are going to affect your children. Those choices are going to affect you. Like you're going to have to live with that mistake. What do you do when you slept with all these men? And they've had cases like this where some women have slept with so many men, and they done brought 3 or 4 men to paternity court for one child, and none of the 3 or 4 men are the daddy. Like, you bring 3 or 4 men to court, and ain't none of them the daddy. That tell what kind of person you are. And it's so many women like that out there. Like they are sleeping around with so many different men, and then they putting them men off on, I mean, they just going down the line. Okay, you not the daddy, so this the next one I slept with, let's give him a DNA test. Okay, he not the daddy. How many men you gonna bring to paternity court? Too many typos. It's okay, Miss Stacy. Be careful, Miss Stacy, and you don't have to type in the chat if you're driving. It's okay. But anyway, y'all, I'm praying for anybody out there that got kids and you found out that you're not the dad and you're invested in them kids. And I'm just gonna suggest, if you have kids, even if you're married, get a paternity test. There are a lot of men on these paternity cases that come back to back to back that were married, that were in relationships, and they thought the children were theirs, and they weren't. So don't take for granted just because you married that them children is yours. You better get a DNA test. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Y'all let me know in the comments if anybody else seen the particular case that I'm talking about with the biracial couple, and they had 2 children, and they were married, and none of the kids came out to be his. Girl, let me know in the comments if you seen that one. Okay, y'all, bye.